The world is changing. By 2030, immersive entertainment will be a $400 billion industry. But entertainment is just the beginning. Immersive experiences will transform education, training, live events, and beyond. And yet, for most creators, the barriers to entry are too high. The technology is expensive, the process is fragmented, the opportunities are locked behind closed doors. But here, in this arena, we tear those barriers down. Welcome to the BLCK UNICRN Reality Show. This is not just a competition, it's a battleground for the next generation of world builders, a proving ground for those bold enough to create. Your first test, the OneVerse challenge. In just 10 minutes, you will create an original verse, one that will elevate and expand the Roy Midas experience. Will your verse build on the legacy of greed, power, and ambition? Or will you rewrite history and take it in a whole new direction? The choice is yours. 3,000 times I built a world. 3,000 times I proved that immersive storytelling isn't just for the few. It's for those willing to create, to push the boundaries, to redefine what's possible. Now it's your turn. This is just the beginning. Over the next rounds, you will master every element of immersive entertainment. World building, music production, AR, VR integration, venue scouting, monetization, and more. The stakes. The opportunity to debut your vision at LA Tech Week in front of the investors and industry leaders who are shaping the future. Only the bold will rise. Only the fearless will transcend. Welcome to the BLCK UNICRN Reality Show. Your time starts now.
My name is Kevin Blackwell. I'm an awakened spiritual teacher, speaker, and counselor. I just published a book last year called Harnessing the Power of Mindfulness for Self-Discovery under my pen name K.G. Blackwell. And I'm working on my second book now, but today as I sit here, I'm 62 years old, but for me, this journey started when I was 16 years old. And soon after that, I had it in my mind that people needed to see what I was going through as I prepared and strived for awakening. You know, you hear that Buddha achieved nirvana or Jesus left the desert in an awakened state, but we don't really know what awakening means. And because of that, people are not incentivized to strive for it. And so I believe that if more and more people became awakened, the world would become a better place. And so I'm looking for ways to help people understand the benefits of spiritual searching and development. I really don't know all that much about immersive experiences, but just that phrase brings to mind the idea that you can take people from where they are on a journey to some place they've never been. And that's exactly what becoming spiritually awakened is all about. And so if I can use immersive experiences to show people what they're missing out on, that would be very good for humanity. I would want people to have an idea of what it feels like to be awakened or to have a spiritual experience. So I would show them the benefits of meditation through imagery like light around a person's body as they sit in stillness, or their ability to connect with spiritual teachers from across the history of humanity. I would want to take them into experiences like that so that they can feel how amazing and wondrous it is to be able to be in such a state. I would show them the abilities to travel outside of one's body, and so we could do imagery of a person traveling through space to another location or something like that, or the ability to have detailed understanding of a place that they've never physically been at before. That is an incredible gift. I would show them what it's like to communicate with spiritual teachers throughout the history of humanity, and what it's like to communicate with Jesus or Moses or Buddha or various saints, or even deceased people like Gandhi or Martin Luther King. To be able to do that expands the knowledge and wisdom that you have at your fingertips. If I can use immersive experiences to take people on these journeys into different abilities and possibilities that they have, that would be well worth the effort. It was the easiest thing in the world. All you had to do is talk into the microphone and listen to the beat and try to groove with the beat. And it was easy and fun. Anyone can do it. Well, I started trying to find information and events that featured immersive ventures. And I heard about a show that was taking place in Silver Lake, Los Angeles, that featured an artist creating immersive events for his audience. And I decided to check it out, and it was a lot of fun. You know, on the one hand, it was just live rapping and dancers and performers, but on the other hand, they had all these other things going on in the audience and on side screens and different sections of the theater that made it really interesting. I mean, you were involved, you were immersed in an experience, which made the rapping and the music and the message hit that much harder. And I knew that this was something I wanted to get involved with.
Kevin didn't just show up for the OneVerse challenge, he showed up for the cosmos. A spiritual guide turned immersive architect, Kevin used BLCK UNICRN's AI to translate ancient frequencies into digital medicine. His verse, a vibration, a ceremony, a call inward. And now, with the help of the BLCK UNICRN Marketplace, Kevin is crafting transformative spaces, VR temples, healing rituals, and inner journeys that meet you wherever you are. And speaking of journeys, meet Tanvi, our next OneVerse contestant and a boundary-breaking experience designer and the founder of Reality Check, an immersive ticketing platform that's flipping the event world on its head. Where Kevin builds inward sanctuaries, Tanvi builds the bridges to get people together, architecting access to immersive concerts, virtual salons, and pop-up dimensions designed to shake you awake. She's not just designing experiences, she's democratizing wonder.
Hi, first of all, thank you so much for having me. Second, hi, I'm Tanvi. I use they, them pronouns, and I am a first-year MBA student at UCLA. I'm also an associate producer with the Ferryman Collective. We make immersive theater in VR, and I'm also an associate producer with UCLA Remap, making any really cool project at the intersection of emerging technology and performance. And I'm currently working on my own startup for interactive entertainment. My first experience with XR was in college. I was in the XR at Berkeley Club. We made some 360-degree films, immersive cinema. We also made some animations, so AR holographic animations. I got really obsessed. At the time, I had to write an undergraduate thesis, and I couldn't think about anything else besides augmented reality, so I wrote an entire thesis just on that. And I really wanted to pursue it after school, but the industry just wasn't ready for me. And so I came back 5 years later, discovered the niche of gaming media and entertainment in XR and interactive entertainment, and here I am trying to make that my entire career and really my entire life, and hope to bring other people along with me. Yeah, absolutely. So with Ferryman Collective, we just debuted our most recent show at Venice Film Festival and South by Southwest. Recently, they have given me my opportunity to produce my own show with them. So I'm working on something called Echo, which is a 20-minute immersive experience where you are with a character who teaches you basically about their neurodivergent experience. So I'm really looking forward to being able to bring that one to life. And then I am also working on a new startup called Reality Check. It's essentially a content and ticketing platform for immersive entertainment that is everything from location-based experiences to headset-based entertainment like metaverse concerts or theater performances, or mixed reality gaming and VR sports. Frankly, this was something I thought was going to take 10 years to develop and for 10 years for people to have interest in, but what I've learned is that it's actually happening rapidly right now. Like, location-based experiences are already huge and more people are getting headsets every year. So if I had the opportunity to pitch, I would really emphasize the timeliness of something like an interactive entertainment platform. Essentially emphasize the market opportunity, which is to combine these two things, both headset-based entertainment and physical interactive experiences, into what is essentially a $60 billion market. So I would really hope to appeal to their interest in doing something that's emerging and timely. And then what it would mean for the startup is that I could work with some of the technical talent that I've already met throughout from hackathons that I've gone to, conferences that I've been to where I've met amazing creators and developers. I would be really excited to take that capital and give it directly to them, start building a mixed reality platform for Reality Check, and really just get the ball rolling as far as creating immersive experiences. Another use case for this, which would be really relevant for my work with the Ferryman Collective, whenever we are making new scripts, we do a great job of writing the dialogue itself, but there's always a little bit of like background scenery that needs to be described within the script because the script looks like a film script. And so when I've been writing for our shows, I've used AI by just telling it like, hey, this is kind of what the VR world looks like, and this is what we need to do in this area, and it will just give me the scenario of the character is looking in this direction and thinking this, and I can use that and work off of it to create something that's more specific for the show.
And that was Tanvi, an immersive experience designer and the visionary behind RealityCheck, the ticketing platform reimagining how we access alternate dimensions. She didn't just complete the OneVerse challenge, she activated it, remixing using BLCK UNICRN's AI generative tools and spatial storytelling into a verse that gave us chills. And now, she's got her sights set on something even bigger, pitching RealityCheck live at LA Tech Week with a chance to land funding through BLCK UNICRN's sponsorship and fundraising platform. That's the kind of momentum we're building here at BLCK UNICRN. But speaking of momentum, let's talk about our virtual creator track. We received hundreds of OneVerse submissions from around the world, from Nairobi to Tokyo, Oakland to Berlin. Every single one was a portal into a different dimension of creativity. And after much deliberation, we're proud to announce the 2 creators who will move forward in the next round. Rocko, who pulled us through a lucid WebXR dream state where memory folds into light, and Boz, who crafted a generative audio temple that moved like a living organism, equal parts rhythm, ritual, and revelation. Both of these creators will now be paired with immersive experts from the BLCK UNICRN Marketplace to take their vision from verse to fully realized experience. This is what happens when creativity meets infrastructure. This is the next phase, and the story is just getting started.
Yeah, my buddy Aaron Rash introduced me to Josh at BLCK UNICRN, and at the time it was a multi-dimensional, multi-platform offering, live experience, VR and AR, and it was really cool. It was a very ambitious approach, but it was very cool what he was able to pull off. So now, from what I understand, it's more of a kind of a platform to aggregate developers, creatives, investors, things like that. So I think it's cool. I think it's a cool direction, absolutely, because there's really no central place where virtual experience creators and developers and investors can come together.
Yeah, I've been a music professional for 40 years. Came out here from Cleveland, Ohio with my heavy metal band in the late 80s, and I'm a producer, mixer, mastering, songwriter, beat maker, all the above. Had some good success. Produced an artist named Macy Gray. She won a Grammy in 2000. Produced her first 2 records. Worked with the Black Eyed Peas. Worked with John Frusciante from Red Hot Chili Peppers. Had a lot of good success. I teach at UCLA right now, mixing and mastering and record production. I also have a parallel life as a game developer. So I've been working on Moshpit since 1997. First product is called our creator tool, Moshpit Studio, that enables anybody to make a 3D experience in as little as 4 clicks. Capture your performance, capture yourself with a smartphone, upload that video into our tool. The tool strips away the background, places you in the 3D environment. From there you can curate lights and fireworks, and we can put up to 100,000 AI characters in the scene. Hit publish, out pops 2 things. The 3D environment that people can go inside, and also a 2D video of that experience. The second product is Moshpit.live. So when someone does create a 3D environment experience, that experience migrates to Moshpit Live that enables anybody to go inside. Cool thing is we're using a technology called pixel streaming, so you do not have to download. If you want to go in someone, little Johnny from Arkansas's experience, you don't have to download his experience. You can go right in from a browser. So we're using something called pixel streaming that enables you to enter a hi-fi experience right from your browser. So that way all the heavy lifting's done in the cloud, and you can use you don't need a GPU or anything on your computer. So it's really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here to work with BLCK UNICRN and looking at the options we have available for the immersive experience. Excited to check it out. It looks like a really cool spot, and can't wait to dive in. So yeah, I've worked on many types of music. I started working with bands, playing guitar, bass, drums, and different bands that I've been a part of. Then I moved on using electronic music, Ableton. I have friends in the industry actually that produce, and I got very interested in the sound that I'm kind of interested in pursuing is more of an electronic kind of ethereal, spacey kind of sound, and I like to experiment with different types of ambient music as well, but everything with underlining a core of like positivity. I like to put positivity out there and kind of put certain frequencies and certain sounds that like spark that excitement or joy in people. So that's really the kind of music that I'm passionate about. I have a lot of ideas when it comes to mosh pit and incorporating immersive experience with online as well as in person or digital. Being a performer myself, character performing and performing as a musician before on stage, I know some of the challenges that artists face and some of the things that I think would like to see change. One of the things we were talking about earlier is possibly having the ability to maybe tip artists while the performance is going on. I think that would have incentivized people to put more effort into the performance and make it more memorable, and in turn it would create a better experience for everybody. Also maybe having different options, like if you could incorporate maybe a different background. Someone might want to be at the beach, someone might want to be at a club, an arena, an outdoor festival type of event. All these are just ideas that I've thought of behind the scenes to give people more choice, give people more options as far as the experience they want to tailor to themselves. I think if something like that were to be offered, people would take advantage of it. And even though, I'll give you an example, even though there's like a highlighted artist playing, maybe 20,000 people could attend that same event and everyone could have their own personalized experience of that event to take home.
I'm excited. I'm really glad the message of this Bitches Love the Bus is resonating, because it's important. And I think we're gonna take it to the next level today. We're gonna build a world around it and show people really what this song means and how we can, really just kind of take the ride, if you will, on the bus. Yeah, I love to take my visuals to the next level. I love taking like normal things and adding like a psychedelic quality to it. And I think Mosh Pit is perfect for that, because you can go outside and you can film a bus, but I want to do more than that. I want this to be a psychedelic, bus trip to the cosmos. And I think with Mosh Pit, I can bring that vision to life, for pretty good cost. Yeah, so I've been writing songs since high school. I don't actually play any instruments, so I was really just coming up with the lyrics and the vocal melody, and then I started exploring sound software in college, and after that, but it was actually when I started working on the Promised Land for BLCK UNICRN that I really got back into it and learned how to create my own beats and instrumentals and layer the vocals over that. So now I'm at this point where I really just need like a microphone and a laptop, and I can make the songs that I hear in my head. Hi, I'm Boz.
Hey, man.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Yeah, so my verse for the challenge is from my upcoming single, Bitches Love the Bus, which is an anthem for public transit. It's a flex for those of us without a car. It's basically like a comedic electronic song that I'm working on now. So I thought the exciting thing with Mosh Pit would be to make like a really cool psychedelic like music video somehow. Using different visuals, related to the bus imagery, but making it even more like kind of psychedelic and out of this world.
Are you saying shooting or basically being in a bus? Like part of the...
Yeah, I'd love to do like inside the bus, outside the bus,
Okay.
but would love to like combine that visual with maybe like, I don't know, maybe the bus is flying through space, I don't know. And
That's tight.
I thought I heard that you have like AI avatars,
Yes.
and so maybe we could have like
Yes.
AI avatars on the bus
Yes.
doing crazy things.
Yes.
I really wanted it to be like kind of like the party bus version of an LA Transit bus. So,
that's
people
hilarious.
working, and there's like a stripper pole.
Oh.
And it's like the male fantasy of the bus if all you can afford is the bus. That's kind of the idea I was going for. So I wanted
Snoop
to.
has a movie out called Soul Plane.
Yeah, I've heard. I haven't seen it, but I've heard
Straight
of
up
it.
Ghetto plane.
Yeah.
Just that stripper. Yeah.
I would love that, like the Soul Plane version
Soul Plane
of
on
Bitches
the bus.
Love the Bus. So if I can use Mosh Pit to bring that vision to life, I think that'd be awesome.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah, absolutely. We're really excited about our creator tool, because it's going to give creators the ability to do whatever they want instead of having to go on site and shoot and blah 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 locations.
Yeah.
And use 3 to 4 or 5 different softwares. It's all in one. So we're really excited about this, and I feel that our product would be really great for you.
Yeah, it sounds like you're like kind of democratizing like
We are democratizing
because it's
Unreal Engine, DaVinci, Blender,
all these different things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're democratizing all those things and putting them in the motor. Basically putting training wheels on the Unreal Engine. And
Okay.
adding AI flavors on top
What
of
is
that.
the Unreal Engine? I haven't heard that.
The Unreal Engine is, you've heard of Fortnite?
Yeah.
So
no,
Epic
Fortnite.
Games is the maker of Fortnite. Well, they also make something called the Unreal Engine, Unreal Engine 5. So it's basically Pro Tools for making video games.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, some of the biggest games are Fortnite's made, and then Call of Duty. A lot of games are made using the Unreal Engine.
Oh, that's so cool.
So but the cool thing is that it's such a dynamic engine, such a dynamic tool that Hollywood is now starting to use it.
Oh.
Starting to use it to mock up scenes like The Mandalorian and Star Wars. Gladiator, the latest Gladiator, was shot using virtual production, where you basically, instead of going to a location or a green screen, this entire wall is just a giant TV. So they'll put Tatooine, Star Wars, and then he's here, and I'm acting. So the background, it looks like I'm there. It's really crazy.
That's so cool.
It's really crazy, yeah. So you're shooting someone right in front of a giant TV, and then you're able to curate that information in the Unreal Engine. So there's a lot of we're basically taking that cutting edge technology and basically making GarageBand for virtual production. Basically,
wow, that's so awesome.
Putting training wheels on it. It's all about democratization.
Wow,
Absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing your ghetto bless up.
Thank you. I think it's gonna be a hit.
I want to hear it. Let's hear it.
Bitches love the bus, yeah, I know bitches love the bus, yeah, I know bitches love the bus. In city government we trust. Hey, bitches love the bus, bitches love the bus, and I ain't trying to front. So
Well, I thought the day went great. Thought we really discovered some stuff with the song that bringing my vision to life. I felt like I was on the bus, the aforementioned bus, and just the visuals that we can make with Mosh Pit. It just let me see it in real time. It was amazing.
So yeah, my name's Rocko. Pleasure to meet you.
What's up, man?
I'm here because Black Unicorn is a really ambitious platform that I'm excited to be a part of. I'm excited to use it, and I understand that you can help us bring our music to life. So I'm here to actually take in all the information to see how we can work together to make this experience an immersive experience for everybody who would be interested in participating.
Great. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, our product, Moshpit, like I was saying earlier, we have something called Moshpit Studio. That's a piece of software you download, and you're able to basically, it's a virtual production set. So you're basically able to capture yourself. You don't have to use any green screens or anything. You can capture yourself, smartphone, against just a bare wall, white wall, yellow wall, anything. You'll upload that performance up into the tool. The tool will rip away the background. It'll leave you isolated. And then what it'll do is it'll composite you inside. So basically, once you capture yourself, you go to our tool and you go in our repository and look at all the different venues that are available, whether it be on a stage or in a club or in someone's bedroom. And you will basically, your performance now will be inside that 3D environment. You can fill that environment with AI fans and dress them a certain way, tell them to do certain behaviors. You can camera moves, lights, fireworks, weather, all types of things. So basically, you can really curate a music video or a concert, whatever you want to do. Now the cool thing is you can if you shoot one scene, then you shoot another scene in a different venue, and then so if you have 10 scenes, you can stitch them together and you have a multi-scene, product.
Okay, so grabbing the best moments out of every performance to incorporate them into one.
Well, basically what you would do is you would think of it like, let's say you wanted to do a music video, and obviously music videos are, 1 second verse, he's like, in a room,
Right.
and then the chorus, he's in another room running or some shit like that. So that's the thing. So you would shoot your verse,
Okay.
boom, 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 you curate that scene, okay, done. Then you'd shoot your chorus, you curate that scene, you could shoot your bridge, curate that scene, and then you can stitch those together. So now people can actually go inside those three. At the same time, you have a music video. So it's an easy way to make 3-dimensional music videos.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand more now how we can make that work. And I guess a couple questions I had was, as being a part of like different events and festivals and performances. I've also worked with like films and things of that nature. So what you're explaining does make sense if you shoot it sort of like a video or a movie, really,
Like a
for
movie.
your product.
Absolutely.
Are there ways existing or in the pipeline for you guys to add? For example, one idea I had was being a character performer sometimes
Yes.
in different music festivals or performing on stage.
Yes.
I've noticed that there isn't a way for artists, let's say someone's attending the show, and let's say they're thinking you're just killing it on stage, you're doing awesome, they're having a great time. Is there any way they have like a link or something to click where they could maybe like tip you for,
Yes.
like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely incorporated in
Okay,
our
cool.
platform.
Cool.
Yeah, we I've been again been in the music industry for so long, and I've just been like, the music industry sucks. It really sucks. The music
Right.
business really sucks. And so we truly want to add value. We really truly want to create a new medium, a new tool for people to create a new type of content. That's not 2D.
Right.
We want people to, and you don't need VR, you don't need, a whole bunch of stuff. Just a new type of offering to give the user a new experience and give the creators a new way to express themselves. So there's nothing out there, and so we're definitely, as we all know, with AI and Web3 and all these disparate technologies coming together, immersive experiences are absolutely going to be. I bet you there's going to be a group of kids in the next generation of kids in the next 10 years that'll be like, so what'd you guys do? Just pushed on buttons on a flat screen? Because they're going to be going inside of experience. It's going to be second nature for them to go inside.
Right.
So yeah.
It sounds great. I mean, everything that I was kind of wondering is actually things that you are saying are making a lot of sense. Things that I saw on the Black Unicorn platform as well as Mosh Pit, what you're describing. You're right. There isn't anywhere like a centralized platform for it, which is amazing.
Yes.
Having had worked a lot of these type of events before, I'm shocked that there isn't a place like that yet.
Yeah.
And like I mentioned before at the other round, I think there's a lot of potential for this type of platform to be accessible for just,
Absolutely.
the public. Right?
Absolutely. Definitely.
So yeah, I just wanted to describe a little bit about my musical background. I myself started playing in bands, live instruments, guitar, bass, drums. Been a part of some instrumental bands as well as just full-blown bands performing in front of people, which led me to using like Ableton Live to create electronic music. I made different friends that are in the industry that put out electronic music that they play at some of these festivals like EDC and things that I've worked.
Great.
So that's where I'm coming from, and coming here with you with Mosh Pit, that's kind of the idea that I had is just melding my background into an electronic track, like using Ableton Live and things that I've used in the past to create the music, and then putting it on the platform as a performance that people can immerse themselves in and be a part of.
Absolutely. Sounds dope. I'm curious to hear what you sound like.
Actually, let me
Guitar?
Yeah, really excited. The recording session, everything went great. The sound in here is amazing. The track sounded just like I thought it would in here. Great acoustics and everything. All the feedback I got today with the possibilities that we can do with the platform is amazing. I guess now it's just about fine-tuning and kind of narrowing down because there's so many possibilities that we can do with it. Very excited to see what is going to resonate more with people. Maybe we'll go with the options that we feel like are more open or more universal to people. That way everybody can have that personalized experience that I was talking about earlier. But the experience here was great. I would highly recommend anybody to try Mosh Pit. Mosh Pit was really, I would say, an eye-opener at this stage of the contest. It's I can't even imagine what's coming next.
That's a wrap on this chapter of the Black Unicorn Reality Show, where visionaries like Kevin, Tanvi, Rocko, and Boz reminded us that creativity isn't just a gift, it's a strategy. From spiritual activation to spatial storytelling to immersive worlds coded in rhythm, we've seen what happens when purpose meets platform. Rocko and Boz didn't just submit verses, they activated them. With the support of expert collaborators from the BLCK UNICRN Marketplace, they are now developing full-scale immersive experiences that bring their OneVerse to life. This is the power of our ecosystem, turning raw creative energy into designed, delivered, and distributed impact. But we're just getting started. In our next episode, we'll reveal the winners of the OneVerse in-person immersive experience track. Creators who moved beyond the digital and built installations that moved people in real life. From gallery activations to sensory pop-ups, we'll see how these artists use presence, performance, and place to spark something unforgettable. And stay tuned for our bonus segment, where we spotlight the next generation of creators, students across the country who are using BLCK UNICRN to craft campus-wide experiences that defy the classroom and redefine community. Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and whatever you do, don't mute your magic.
Hi, I'm Jerry, an intern at BLCK UNICRN. Today we're asking students at Berkeley a fun question. If you could make any immersive experience, what would it be? Come with me to find out. Hi, what's your name and major?
I'm Emma, and my major is atmospheric science.
What hobbies do you have in your free time?
I like to walk a lot, hike, see outdoors. Yeah.
If you could create something totally immersive like that and give people an experience, what would you make based on your hobbies?
I'd be interested in like scuba diving immersion or something of that sort. Like exploring parts of the planet that people generally can't explore. Yeah, I don't know how possible that is.
Wait, yeah, that's really cool. Thank you. That's a really creative answer. So you just put people like with the sharks and fishes, huh?
Sure, I guess. Yeah.
How do you feel about the roller coaster?
It's quite good.
Can you describe your experience right now?
I feel like I'm on a roller coaster shooting targets, so.
What do you like to do in your free time?
My free time, I like to play sports, be with friends, code sometimes, and maybe. I guess like maybe like a sports game where people can play sports, like maybe like a basketball game that's like in.
So let's say you were like a musical artist. How would you want to gain more fans using this experience?
Maybe like upload music to the VR headset, and your friends can access it through the VR headset.
Access music through the VR headset. So it would be like 3D music. In the music video, you would be transported into the music video.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Hi, what's your name and your major?
My name is Karen, and my major is math.
What hobbies do you have in your free time?
My hobbies include biking and drawing.
If you could make your own kind of experience, what would you make? Being in a relaxing environment such as this one, is that right?
Yeah.
What's your name? Outside of Doe Library, in front of the Memorial Glade at Berkeley. So I have a couple questions to ask you, if you don't mind. First of all, what's your major?
Data science.
What do you like to do in your free time? What hobbies do you?
I like to go hiking, like boba, chill with my friends. Yeah. Wait, maybe the ones like techno, like Tokyo type vibes, like futuristic, like vibes would be pretty cool. Yeah.
Hi, what's your names and your majors?
My name's Roxy. I'm an MEP major. My name's Clara. I'm a microbial bio major.
Very cool. What are your guys' hobbies? What do you do in your free time?
We like to run, listen to music, play music.
If you could make your own VR experience based on your hobbies and what you do, what would you make?
Maybe I thought you were going to a concert. Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah.
VR concert. What artist would it be?
The Beatles, because they're dead.
Oh.
Wait, that's the.
We're going down like a roller coaster right now, and I'm trying to hit these targets. I see an eagle. Wow. Wait, this is so much fun, guys.
Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions?
Wait, yeah, hold on one second. Oh.
What are some of the things you like to do in your free time?
I like to hang out with my little. Joking. In my free time, I like drawing, I like photography, I like hiking, and I like going on adventures. I feel like people need to touch grass more, so maybe like, I don't know, like putting themselves in them, like, you know, they touch grass, like a naturey, like.
Put people in a nature atmosphere where they can touch grass.
Yes.
But if they're in VR, wouldn't they be not actually touching grass?
Well, that's why it's like VR, right? So like people that don't really like leave their room and stuff like that, because like they can maybe like then put on their VR headset and then wow, they like touch grass and there's like a nature feel and everything.
Okay, that was the
They
most,
don't really like going outside.
one of the most interesting answers I've heard.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you for your time.